Alright guys, so the open beta for Back 4 Blood is out, and so I made a video on the closed beta, just watching gameplay and all of that stuff, and if I would have known there was going to be an open beta, I obviously wouldn't have made that video, so instead of doing a first impressions or any of that stuff, I wanted to do a review, because I feel like there's enough here that this is practically the whole game. Now obviously, if they add like a versus game mode or a survival horde type game mode when the full game releases, we'll look at that. For the most part, I'm almost certain this is the whole game, so we're just gonna do a review here. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna be comparing this a lot to World War Z. So if you haven't seen gameplay of that game, go watch it. I realize now that I haven't done a review on that game, so I don't have content to watch on it, but there's plenty out there. So how does, I almost called it World War Z, Back 4 Blood work? What's the gameplay loop? So it's split into the campaign and versus. This is the campaign. You pick your character. They have abilities that vary, starting weapon, multiple grenades, ammo, health, all that good stuff. Once you do that, you ready up, and then the game just immediately goes downhill. So every zombies game kind of has their unique thing. Call of Duty does their Easter egg. Dying Light has its parkour. Every zombies game has its thing to make it unique. And so what Back 4 Blood tries to do is it uses a deck builder system, like a card game, like you're playing Gwent or Magic the Gathering or freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! And it has these cards, and it's not like a Battlefront system where it's just, oh yeah, the cards are just in place of menus that you upgrade your character. No, it's actually a deck of cards that you go through and choose the ones you want and don't want, and that's essentially the progression. Some cards give you plus 5 health, plus 10 reload speed, plus 10 damage, plus 10 mag size when you reload within 0.7 seconds of emptying your mag, stuff like that. And that is actually a card, I didn't just make that up. And so that's the unique thing that this game tries to do. I hate it, but if you like deck builders, I guess, in non-card games, then you'll enjoy it. So let's talk about the campaign. You start here, and you can choose a random weapon and attachments and, grenades and meds and all this good stuff, right? And so this is how you start. You loot the room for weapons, you buy what you want from the shop. Every level starts like this. As you get more and more money, you can buy more and more stuff. Then you go out the door, you're no longer in the safe area, and you go from point A to point B, shooting zombies, and that's it. And so, like I said, in other zombies games like World War Z, you're getting money and upgrading your character to, hold C4, throw it further, get a different gun, upgrade your guns, get more health, stuff like that. It had an ability point upgrade system, and while I didn't love World War Z, it's super repetitive, like this game. The upgrade system works well for what it does. Look at something like Call of Duty Zombies, right? There's that Easter egg that you're constantly progressing more and more each time, as well as upgrades that you can get for your character, your weapons, your loadout, your special abilities, all that good stuff. With this game, it's just the cards. And again, this is something that, like I said in the beginning, I'm hoping that when the full game comes out, you can unlock different weapons and upgrade them, because there are weapon attachments for you to unlock, but it's within the levels that you get money from playing the levels and finding money within the levels, and you upgrade at the beginning of each level, so it's never a permanent upgrade. And so my problem with this is that essentially the only weapon you're guaranteed is your character's starter weapon, because other than that, you either have to find the weapon around the map or find it just as a buy weapon at the beginning of a round. And so there's really no sense of progression, because I personally don't care about the card system, right? That's super boring. I'm just playing to get XP, to get cards, to get some perks here and there. So realistically, in my opinion, there is no progression at this point. I know people are going to say, oh, well, there's only like 5 cards to unlock in the beta. There'll be more in the full. I don't care. Unlocking cards are 1, boring, and 2, obnoxiously tedious, because at the beginning of every single round, you have to pick cards. It's like playing Gwent. And that's what I compare it to, because that's what I've played the most. At the beginning of each hand, you have to pick, oh, I want this card instead of this card, and this card instead of this card. You have to redraw your hand. That's what you have to do at the beginning of every single campaign and multiplayer level. And it's just obnoxious, because it's not like, at least the difficulties that I played on, the game is hard enough to where these +5 health, +3 reload speed, +2 damage makes a difference. You could probably melee your way through most of these levels, unless you're playing on the hardest difficulty. But, you know, these cards are so stupid and pointless, and if this is all the progression is to the game, then I'm pretty much done with it at this point. And so, while there are some cool level designs here and there, I mean, there's a cool boss here and there, but once you learn that this boss will just walk right past you, if you let him, then that's a whole thing in and of itself. But it has some cool set design. There's a level in the first act where you have to sit up on a bridge and cover your teammates while they go into a boat, and like that part's cool. But, you know, I've played through an hour of gameplay to get to one cool set piece for 2 minutes. Like, it's not really worth it at that point. World War Z, you know what? Let's just simplify it down. I'm going to make it really simple. I'm going to break down just the campaign right now. The things World War Z does well is it has a lot of zombies. The maps are cool. The maps are open, and there's different approaches to how you can do it. Right? You can go stealthfully and not have to fight as many zombies, or you can go loud. You have to set up defenses for waves of zombies coming in, all that stuff. Back 4 Blood, that's it. It's a game. There are zombies, and you can shoot them. And that's pretty much it. I mean, for example, I just got a perk here, a card, for increased stamina. I don't need increased stamina. The auto-aim is so strong in this game that you're invincible. If you haven't noticed that, look at the auto-aim. I am just tapping LT, and then press ART, and you're guaranteed kill. So, this game really doesn't offer anything unique in its campaign or single player, other than the multiplayer. The multiplayer is incredibly simplistic. There's 4 survivors, humans, and 4 player zombies, along with AI zombies. And the humans have to survive as long as possible. It's impossible to survive forever. You will die. The zone just closes, and you just end up dying. And so, round 1, a wave of humans survive as long as they can. They set a time, and then round 2, that team that was previously zombies becomes the humans, and the humans become the zombies, and they try to beat that time. If they beat that time, they win point 1. If they don't, they lose point 1. It's best of 3. That's pretty much how it goes. So the humans spawn in, have a chance to gather weapons, meds, supplies, grenades, all that good stuff, set up in a particular spot wherever they want to set up, and the zombies get to choose which zombies they want to be. There's ones like I'm playing now that jump around and can spit and trap people. There's ones that are suiciders, ones that are just kind of tanks. And so they have 3 main classes, and each of those has 3 subclasses within them. You get points for playing the rounds and doing well. When you get those points, you spend those points on upgrades like more AI zombies, more damage to your unique abilities, stuff like that. And so if you paid attention, we just defeated those group of players that were playing the humans in 1 minute and 16 seconds. Now, we get to switch, we'll become the humans, and we have to survive 1 minute 17 seconds, and we win. And so, here's my problem with the multiplayer. The idea is cool, and, it's fun for a bit, but ultimately, what's the progression like? Why are you playing it? To get cards, and I don't care about cards, and yes, there's even cards in the multiplayer, and there's even more of them, and I didn't get to be Jack Black here, so I was quite upset, but, it is what it is. And so, in my opinion, the multiplayer is the only thing even worth playing. If you want to, the single player, just go play World War Z. World War Z is literally better in every single way. The multiplayer, get your friends on, a group of 4, and play like 3 matches, and then you're pretty much done with this game. And my reason for saying that, the multiplayer could be fun if, 1, there was progression, no reason for me to play it, that's kind of important, and 2, people weren't so bad at it. Okay, as you see, we defeated them in 1 minute 16. I've defeated them in pretty much about this time or lower every single time I've been the zombies. And as the humans, we pretty much survive to the 3 or 4 minute mark. I don't know if it's just because it's the beta or what it is, but everyone's really bad. Here's another example. The same match, we got to play the next round as the humans first, so we're the ones setting the time. We're going to survive to about 4 minutes and like 6 seconds or something like that, right? As you can see, the zone's pretty small. It decreases as time goes on. And so, obviously, with the amount of AI zombies and the players, you're going to end up losing eventually. It gets to the point where you can barely even stand in the circle. Now, we switch sides. You can see all the different types of zombies here, their abilities, spend your points on upgrading the normal zombies or your specific zombie. And so I sped this up a little bit just to show my point here. At this point, they're scavenging, you can't really do anything. And I think this point, as the zombies, is incredibly boring. Because again, this is on 2 times speed. You have to kind of just watch the players run around. The zombies should be given something to do, or just sit me in a loading screen until they're ready. I don't know. I don't like this part. And so we get in, and so they have to survive for 4 minutes and 7 seconds in order to beat us, to win this point. And so as you can see, we're 30 seconds in, and 2 of them are already at almost half health. And so this is pretty much how every single match goes, because meds aren't that available. They're around, but you can't run while you're using them. They're hard to find. You know, one player can just kind of hoard them all. And now, I'm not saying it's impossible to survive as the humans, because like I've said, we've survived to the 4-5 minute mark pretty much every time. And so, the zombies, though, for the most part, do have the advantage, especially the one I choose to play as. I think the Suicider's okay, because if you're camping inside, he kind of kills your zone. But this one, you can just stay super far away, do what you need to do. But, yeah, there you go. Minute 49, we won. And so, everyone's just real bad, and that probably has to do with the fact that it's the beta, but the fact that there's really no reason to play because everyone's just so god-awful at it, that alongside with the fact that I'm playing for nothing because the progression is just stupid, I'm pretty much bored after, I think I played 4 matches of that, and that was pretty much it. You know, if there was some kind of competition, that would be at least a bit intriguing, but the matches never came close. So Back 4 Blood. 1 out of 10, what do we give it? Because like I said at the beginning of the video, this seems like it's the full game. Obviously, there's going to be more cards to unlock. There might even be more campaign levels. But if I'm being 100% honest, I don't know how many acts are in the beta. I know Act 1, there's like at least 5 levels. I didn't even play all 5 of them. I got through... I want to say the 4th one. If you've played it, there's a level where you have to like cross a bridge and defend the people on the boat, go in to set bombs or something. That's the last level I did. That's like the 3rd or 4th level. I was completely bored at that point. I couldn't play anymore. So I've been trashing this game the whole time. What are the positives? Well, if you just like repetitiveness, shooting zombies over and over again with insane auto aim, then you'll enjoy this. If you like... That's pretty much all that's here. I mean, the gunplay is, aside from the auto-aim, better than I expected it to be. The guns don't handle terribly. There's absolutely no recoil, though. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, the game doesn't look awful. People say funny things in voice chat that I can't play in a video. Yeah, there you go. See? There's 4 acts. So I did finish Act 1. Unless all of those dots are Act 1, and that's just the halfway point. In which way I only got through half of Act 1, which is even worse. But it is what it is. The beta, if this is the full game, this is rough. If it's not the full game, it's still rough. Even if they add survival, which is, you know, your bread and butter of zombies, this game can't do well, because why am I playing survival? Just to get more cards. So at the end of the day, it's the card system that breaks the game, right? Nobody cares about these cards. They're not even like animated or different colors to make you want to get them. You don't even like at this point, give me loot boxes to open the cards in, something to look cool. I can't upgrade my weapons to make them look different. I can't freaking choose which weapon other than like the pistol or the shotgun that some characters spawn with that I want to start with. It's what I find or what is available that is completely random in the buy box. I can't choose what attachments I want because it is completely random what's in the buy box. And it's stupid. Alright, if I had to give this game, just again, assuming this is the full game, a 1 out of 10, and like I said in the beginning, I didn't rate World War Z, so I think it's important to do that first. World War Z is probably like a 6. It's above average. It does, zombie stuff well. The progression's halfway decent. There's a decent amount of content for what's there. The maps look cool. They're open enough. And they do the horde thing nice. The wave defense works well. This game doesn't do anything well. Now, I can't give it like a 2 or 1 or even a 3 because it's partially not my type of game. Just repetitiveness, no progression type crap. And, I wasn't the biggest fan of any of the Left 4 Dead stuff. So if you like that, you're probably going to like this more. But I could never give this game above 4. I mean, it's definitely below average, and even that sounds high. But we're going to put it at a 4 for now. When the full game comes out, if they add more modes or multiplayer, single player that are interesting and not just more levels, then we'll look into that. You guys let me know what you think of Back 4 Blood, the beta at least, down in the comments below. If you love it, if you hate it, if you haven't played it, it's free, go play it. Look at this auto aim, oh my god. But I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys let me know what you think of it's quite annoying. You don't even like at this point, give me loot boxes to open the cards in, something to look cool. I can't upgrade my weapons to make them look different. It's completely random with